Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Wish Fulfilled. This is Dr. Cindy Joseph. I am a licensed psychologist who's had a spiritual awakening, and I am here to share my story. Now, if you've seen my previous episodes, you would have been able to see a little bit of my journey. I've interviewed some people who've also had spiritual awakening journeys, but then there was like this huge pause where I just didn't record anything. But I feel the itching to come back and I want to talk more. And I think that there's been so much going on and I want to be able to kind of join in on that conversation. There are a number of things that are on my mind that I want to express, but I want to do it in a way where it feels like it's free and I don't have to worry about the formality of everything. And so I'm choosing this way of doing it. And if I come on here looking straight up crazy, that is how I'm choosing to come on here because I want to release any formalities that may stop me from recording and being able to do this. So I am now putting myself on a challenge of doing 100 days of posting. And so this is day one. For today, I want to talk about meditation. Meditation has been a huge part of my experience as far as my spiritual awakening, and a lot of people can attest to the fact of how meditation has been so helpful for them and so helpful for their spiritual growth and their spiritual journeys. There's a lot of like clarity that comes to mind for an individual, and they're able to receive answers as well. But let me tell you the reason why. Meditation is one of those things where we have like over 60,000 thoughts in a day, and our mind is constantly bombarded with a lot of chatter. And this chatter can be from yourself or it can be from something else. And on this platform, I just want to authentically be myself and just kind of move forward in the way that I can move forward. So if there's some concepts that feel like a little bit more over your head, just take the time to kind of research it. I do want to engage freely on this platform. And so when I talk about our thoughts, I talk about the fact that there is an electromagnetic field around us, and every thought that we think creates. And when our thoughts are constantly chatter and it's a lot of busyness, then there's not a lot of focus on what we want to focus on. More so than that, our mind, which is not just here, but it's like everywhere, it's bigger than us, is our mind is our brain is neuroplastic. Let me start there. Our brain is neuroplastic, and so what that means is that whatever you train it to be is what it will do. More so than that is when you think about negative thoughts, for instance, because of this electromagnetic field that is around us, meaning we're connected to everyone. Whatever thought that you come and you drop in, other thoughts similar to that thought may also flood in, right? So that's what I mean by sometimes when you're thinking, you're not thinking thoughts that are your own. Sometimes you're thinking other thoughts that are in the field, so to speak. And so they're just similar to your thoughts, or just kind of egging things on. Because what the mind does is it wants to be able to follow the path of least resistance. And it also wants to aid you in being you, right? And so whenever you think a thought, that thought is going to also be accompanied with other thoughts that are similar to it because of that. So, because our thoughts are a bunch of chatter and it can be abated or aided with other similar thoughts, meditation is really helpful in that it helps to calm down the noise for you. Give me one moment. In this way, if I think a negative thought, like I think this person doesn't like me, right? Then my mind will find various ways that will prove or show that this person doesn't like me until I say to it that I don't really approve of that thought, or I don't want to think that thought, or no, that's not true because she did buy me coffee the other day. And so then it switches over to something different. So we're constantly training our minds, and we're constantly being aided in the thoughts that we currently have. When you meditate, you allow all that to calm down. You allow yourself to completely stop thinking, stop creating. And there is something in that void that is ultimately peaceful when there's no activity. Number one, you're able to be present. And let's take a deep breath together. Notice how everything just seemed to have like stood still just in that second. That is the I'm not creating space that you can occupy when you stop to deep breathe or meditate and just calm the chatter down just a bit. When you are able to do that, you start to harness other parts of yourself, like your subconscious, that's always there to guide you and help you out and that sort of thing. Because one thing about it, and we can alternate subconscious with spirit or God or whatever it is, whatever that thing on the inside of you that's trying to guide you and move you and give you advice or answer the questions that you've been having. When there's a lot of noise, it can't speak. When there's a lot going on, it can't really reveal itself. And so it's waiting for a moment where you can take a beat to yourself and just stop. And then after it's known that you are doing it for a little bit, so like not stop for a second, of course, maybe stop for 2 minutes, stop for 10 minutes, stop for 5 minutes. That gives a long enough of a break where it's like, oh, she's serious or he's serious. And so those revelations start to flood in for you. And so that is something that I have been finding myself doing more often. Instead of putting on guided meditations, which is what started my journey and have been exceptionally helpful in my journey, I now just stop to breathe and just rest in that breath, feeling the coolness of the air that fills my lungs whenever I take in a deep breath, and just being present. And that has been a magical place for me. More than that, I start to pull myself out of my own head. I start to pull myself out of thinking and feeling like I should be or do something for someone else or even for myself. And that is really, really helpful for me, because that's been a journey of mine that I feel that I have been needing to work on, is stop being and doing for someone else. I'm the oldest daughter of seven and 9 kids, because I have two stepsisters, and so it's 9 if you include them in the sibling count. And so I'm always been doing for someone else. I have triplets. I'm married, and life can move very quickly, and I own several businesses. And sometimes I just need that breath to just breathe. And I want to offer that to you. If you feel like you're in a space where you feel like life is just so busy, always something that's occupying your mind, a list, a to-do list, something you have to be mindful of. Like, I remember I was dropping my kids off to school, and I kept telling myself, like, girl, smile. Just smile, because the carpool line, they would come and grab the kids out the car, and everyone come in, hello, good morning. And I would hardly ever respond, because my mind is so stuck whenever I'm with my triplets, because I'm always thinking about them. What do they need? What do I need to do? How do I keep them safe? Like, my mind is like cluttered in that space when I'm with them, that I can barely take a break from that to say hello. And so when I'm able to take a breath at the end of the day and just deep breathe and rest within myself and connect to my higher being, I am at ultimate peace. I am at the best peace I have ever felt in a long time. That's truth. So I'll offer that to you, to taking a breath. I will be sharing some meditations that I have created, that really helps me with various different areas of life. But I want to share it. It will be on my website, and you can click the link in the bio to access that. But those meditations have been extremely helpful. It's also what I use with clients as well. And I'll do another video around that. But just for today, I just want to stop by and just say hello. I'm back, and things may go a little different. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible with my 100-day of posting. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to be a YouTube video every time, but sometimes it'll be a short with a message. But this message today is to meditate, is to deep breathe, and to connect with your higher self, because you need it. Your soul desires it. You're looking for it. You need to feel that. It's for you. It's only for you. So that is all. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on this page. I have also, in the time that I was gone, became a hypnotist. I became a trained hypnotist. So I offer those services as well. The link in my bio. And I will also be finishing out my first course, which is on changing your identity so that you can manifest from the inside and not temporarily, more permanently. So if you're interested in that course, pre-sales are going on right now. If you want to go ahead and get a good discount on the course now, that is being done. You can click the link again in the bio, and you should have all the information you need from that. With love, with light. See you guys later.